Okay, if you are really seeing this, okay, wait a minute, let me show you. Okay, so for example, if you are really seeing this, okay, so in this page, these are all these components which is all gonna be recallable components, right? So because if you need it for the Spider-Man, you can able to call it. If you really need it for the Boss Baby, the structure, everything which is gonna be same, but only the parameter like the movie title and movie image and the video which is going to be played as a preview and the button and the link. So only these things is going to be varied, but other than that, the whole complete structure which is going to be repetitive, it is going to have all repeated components. Okay, so it is very, very easy. Definitely we are going to build that as well. But other than that, I really want you guys to explore something which is having lot wide varieties of functionalities. Okay, so before talking about this, first of all, I wanted to show you what are all the complexities, or not even a complexity. It is like what are all the different functions and different thing which you really wanted to use in here. So that's what I really want to show you. So first of all, let me open it in here. Let me open it in the terminal. Let me start the server. And first of all, I would like to show you the demo. So once you have shown the demo, you will understand what are all the functions you need to do. Each and every functions, how it is different from one and another. So likewise, I really wanted to show you that. So first of all, I'm going into my this Visual Studio. So let me change to the top. Yes. So I think it is clearly visible. So here, what I'm going to do is here in this code, I'm going to type the command. I'm going to start the server, node space app.js. So I'm going to start it. So let me show you the application. Okay, it got this output. Just carefully watch. So this is my local host. I'm sorry, I terminated accidentally. Okay, so before that, let us start the MongoDB as well. Okay, so I'm going to start the Mongo. If it is not started, you can just start it in this way. Okay, Mongo. Okay, yes. So yes, it is going to start listening to the changes which we are going to make it in the database. It is actually a full stack, guys. Okay, so which is having a database and all other things which is got integrated with this. So I'm going to start the server right now. So node space app.js. And right now, if you are really using this URL, first see the functionality of this. Okay, so let me show you. So look at that. This is the first part of the UI. I really want you guys to be very, very attentive because it is very, very important and very crucial. So because it is going to have lot wide varieties of functionality you need to work on. So the first thing, it is going to show you a login and username and password and login button. So likewise, it's just going to show you and don't have an account, register here. So this is what the first view. In this first view, if I'm going to type something like some messages like AB or something, okay, so I'm going to put some AB and I'm going to enter some password. Okay, I'm going to enter some password, and if I'm going to click login, it is showing invalid credentials because this information is not present in the database. So here, what is the very important functionality here? We need to give the username and we need to give the password, and it should be checked from the database. Okay, it is the first very important functionality. So you need to check whether the AB username is available. If AB username is available, is the password is right, which has been already given. So those things which is going to be getting compared from the database, and it is going to find out whether it is matching it with or not. So I'm going to start my database. In this database, this is the app which we are creating. In this today app, we have a lot of text sessions, like we have sessions, we have to-dos, and we have a user. So we need to maintain a different, different database, like for users, which is going to be saved in here. Okay, all the users information, whenever people are creating an account in our to-do app, so that all the information which is going to be saved in the user. So let me open it and let me show you. Look out that here we have users such as like Sanjay and Champ and Praveen and Champ and Sheikh, Raja, Quer. Okay, so likewise, we guys have created some users. So these are all needed to be updated in the database. But here, when I try to logging in, it should give me an invalid credentials message here. But right now I want to create an account, right? So I'm going to click the register here. So it should open the next page. So previous page is different. Previous page is login page. And right now we are opening the register page. Okay. If you are clicking the register page, again, Just carefully watch it here. Whenever I'm clicking, this is the usual page. It is the home page. When the people are clicking register here, it should open the register page, and here already have an account, login here. That text need to be changed. This is what the second functionality. Whenever people are clicking register here, so that complete page need to be changed, which is having a login here button, but here we have another form. So 2 page, okay, one page is the login page and another page is the register page. And also, have you noticed something? This page is not refreshing each and every time. Okay, so just it is refreshing, but it is going to acquire the data from the database without refreshing, or so that I'll show you first. So first of all, in here register here option, so username. So I'm going to register a new user called Abhi, and the password which I'm going to give is 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, that's what the password which I give it, and I click the register. So once I register, that's it. Okay, user has been registered. Even if you want to pop up some notification that user registration is successful, you can do that. But other than that, if you are opening the database and if you are refreshing the page 1, and you can see Abhi user is created. Okay, and also another very important thing, the password which should not be saved as like it is, it should be saved as hashed password. Even though the people who have access for the database, they should not be able to see the real password. So I think these, I hope you all remember, we guys have did it in our 14th day of the session, if I'm not wrong. We guys have did the authentication process and we guys have hashed it. So that should be done. In the password, instead of saving the real password, that password should be hashed and that should be saved in our database. That's what the first task. And in the login, if I'm giving the same username, Abhi, and if I'm giving the password like 1 2 3 4, it should give the wrong invalid credential because the password is not right. So I'm going to give 1 2 3 4 5 6, the right password. Whenever I'm clicking login, just carefully watch, it just opened one page. So again, it should compare it with the database. If it is matching with the username and password which it got matched, then it need to open this app and carefully watch. Here it should it should put the message like no to-dos found, because there is no any new to-do list because it is a newly created account. In this newly created account, I'm going to add some to-do list right now. In this to-do list, I'm going to add the to-do like video editing. So I'm going to click enter. Ta-da! So video editing and some delete button which has also been appeared. And if you want to check that out, first of all, you need to go to the to-do database, to-dos. Okay, so in this, I have a lot of things, but I'm going for the last page, and you can scroll to the last. Ta-da! You can see it has been the video editing to-do also have been added, and respective owner. Okay, so that has also been hashed. So it is not going to show you Sanjay or something. It is going to show you an object ID. I mean the owner. And the ID of that certain to-do task, that ID which has also been assigned. And also, what is the state of it? The state of this to-do is false. I haven't completed it. And right now, I'm going to add image creation. So another task. Okay. So image creation, I'm going to hit enter. So that is task also been added. So I'm going for the page. I am going for the database. I'm going to refresh it and go to the second page. And let me open and let me show you at last. Look how that video editing and image creation. 2 tasks has all been added, but both the tasks are in a incompleted state. Okay, not completed. Okay, so right now I'm going to click that. So whenever I'm clicking that, it got striked out. So once it got striked out, and just carefully watch, both the things are completed as a false initially. So now I'm going to refresh this database, and I'm going to show it at the below. You can see image creation task has been completed. That's why the completed state has been turned into true. Okay, and whereas since it has been completed, if you wanted to show, if it wanted to be displayed here, you can display it. Or if you want to delete it, you can just click a delete button and you can go and check it out in the database. Go to the page number 2 and just scroll down to the last to see like only video editing is there. Guys, isn't it amazing? If you are really thinking it's mind-blowing, you just post mind-blowing because it is a full stack application. Here for the database, here we guys have used MongoDB and then normal HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and I mean normal, not normal JavaScript. Here we guys have used something different. Okay, I'll show you what we guys have used. And also, this output is also not completed yet because previously it's shown one no to do found, right? But when the task has been added, when one to-do list has been added, so that no to-do found, that text got disappeared. For that also, you need to write the code. Okay. So I hope you are clear. When new registration of user has been done, once you have logged into this to-do app, it is shown like no to-do app is found, no to-do is found. So when the task has been added, it should show video editing. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click log out. So once you have logged out, here you can see, so right arrow is not available right now, because people should not, once their guys have logged out, they should not be able to go in directly without logging in again. Guys, for that also, you need to incorporate the code, right? So I hope you're really thinking it's super valuable. And right now I'm going to log in another user, Sanjay123. I'm going to log in. Ta-da! You can see these are all the tasks which I have added as a testing purpose. Okay, so these are all the list of tasks. All the list of tasks which has been added into my database, which I have it in here. Okay, so here I can click a log out, and I can come in, I can come out. So like, this is what the functionality is. Guys, always go for some complexities. Don't try to create something very easy to build. Easy to build, every people will do. That's why Netflix clone is overloaded. A lot of people are doing Netflix clone. Pay me 80,000, I will be teaching you Netflix clone. Don't do that. Instead, create an end-to-end application. Even you can use this application, and you can improvise further by adding some countdown, by adding some date feature, like I want to complete within this date, and add some notification features. So likewise, try to improvise this application. Even this is right now an end-to-end application. It is good. It is making the people to create an account and putting their task into it. So it is really end-to-end. But additionally, if you want to improvise it by adding the date and the time boxing, countdowns, etc., you can just improvise it, right? If you are really thinking this project is mind-blowing, all the people who are present in the live, simply post mind-blowing in your live chat. So totally, carefully remember, here it has 3 pages. 1, login page. 2, register page. And 3, which is a to-do page. Right? So to-do page, this is how the to-do page will be looking like. This is the to-do page. So likewise, it is going to have 3 pages. Okay? Carefully watch it. 3 pages. In this 3 pages, so this 3 pages is nothing but 3 HTML. Just consider 3 HTML or something. Okay? So page number 1 for login, page number 2 for register, page number 3 for to-do. So only 3 pages. But even though it is a 3 pages, it should have the authentication tracking state management systems. You need to keep on tracking what the login user is. Even I would like to show you one thing. I'm going to log in as Sanjay. Okay. So I'm just getting in. Even if you are refreshing it, look out that Sanjay's user is getting maintained. Carefully watch it. Okay. Everything matters. Look out that. So this is actually Sanjay's to-do list. In this to-do list, even if I'm refreshing, this is going to be maintained. Okay. So, and if the people are clicking logged out, so they can't able to commit again until they are logging in again. So, okay. So these are all the very complete tool. So try to create it. Even on the upcoming days, we are going to learn how to host it in a certain platform, web page, the hosting applications. Likewise, we are going to explore a lot of things, but I hope you are ready to explore this, right? So first of all, while talking about these functionalities, I hope you already know how to create the project, the directories and etc. So first of all, you need to create the node space init and etc. So first of all, you need to create the project folder, and then you need to initialize the Node.js project. These are all I'm not going to teach you because you already know this. So npm space init space -y, and then you are going to install all the required packages. So while talking about the required packages, these are all the required packages. You might have already saw that, because I hope you guys have already remembered this bcrypt TS. So which is going to be for hashing our passwords, and JSON web tokens, and Mongoose and Express. So these are all the same libraries we guys have already worked on. So same thing, go and install it. And while talking about the folder, in this part, I'm going to be explaining you what is the flow. Okay, what is our structure of the project. So that is what I'm going to be teaching you step by step. So for an example, the first thing, so here we have. So what is the first thing? Configuration and environment. So I hope you all really remember. So whenever you are going to access the MongoDB, you are going to access it with the help of this, environmental variables. First of all, we have initialized the port number, and then Mongo URI is MongoDB colon 127.0.0.1 colon 27017, and to do app full app test. Okay, so like guys, I've created some databases. Even if you want to change this name, so you can do it. For an example, I'm going to give demo to do. Okay, it will create a new database in the MongoDB, because right now I am inside this to do app full app test, but you can able to create a new databases. So that's what the database name which I've given. And session secret, your secret key simply. As I've already told you, you can change that. Okay, you can give the different individual key, because you can generate a lot of keys by using a lot of online platforms. I'll be covering up in the upcoming days. But other than that, this is what the session secret. I've given simple session secret like your secret here or something. You can give a combination of alphabets, numbers, and etc. etc. That's what the session secret is. First of all, we guys have initialized some of the variable to access the MongoDB, the connection. And second thing, the database models. While talking about the database model, here we have two files. One is todo.js and another one is user.js. Guys, what is the need for it? What is the need for todo.js and user.js? So todo is nothing but it should have all the information about my to-do list which we are creating. What is the to-do list which we are creating? I will be giving, I want to do the video editing. And second thing, I will be giving, I completed or not, I haven't completed that task, like completed status. And it should have the owner for each and every to-do list. For an example, I'm also going to create the video editing, and here Hamzat also going to create the video editing. So for my video editing, it want to give the unique ID, and for the person Hamzat who created the video editing task, it should have a unique ID. So that is what the thing is all about. So while talking about the second part of the program, which is to-dos, which is going to define the Mongo schema and model for to-do items, specifying the fields for description, completion status, and owner. Just carefully watch the program. I hope you already know this program because we have already did it before, but I want to explain it everything clearly in this project as well. So that's why I'm really explaining it again. So while talking about the mongoose, first of all, we have initialized the mongoose. I hope you already know this is really essential to have the communication between the MongoDB. And we guys have created one to-do schema. So just carefully watch in this to-do app full test database. We guys have created the session schema. Session schema will be there, and to-do schemas and user schema. So to-do schema, which is going to have description of your to-do list. So what does it mean by the description of the to-do list? Let me show you. Sanjay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is the description. Cham, CXC, test, REST, video editing, image editing, VXYZ, so HAP. So that is what the description of my task. So that description and the type of that description is going to be string, and required is true because people should enter it. Okay, they can't give like this. Look how that. So fail to add, to do, fail to fetch, because I haven't typed anything. So whenever I'm clicking add, it is giving the pop-up. So it should be required. It should be, you should be given that. So we have given nice like required as true, and completed status, we guys have given the type as Boolean. So why we have it is we are giving as a Boolean. It might be true or false. If you are enabling, it is true. If you are not enabling, it is going to be false. So that is why it has been initialized as the type like Boolean. And third thing is the owner. While talking about the owner, by using the Mongo schema itself, we guys have accessed that certain specific user. Just carefully watch. Type is mongoose.schema.types.object_id. Reference, it is going to refer the user, because that's what the user. So whenever one task people are creating, for an example, if I'm creating want to go to shopping. Okay, so yes, I'm going to create like want to go to shopping. So this task is needed to be added. Okay, yes. So let me refresh it and let me check it out. So while talking about this want to go to shopping, so this task is needed to be, okay, I think we guys have disabled the server. Yes. Okay, let me restart it. Okay, so here I'm going to log in the user, Sanjay, and 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, is the database is there? Okay, I think it is a newly created account, right? So newly created database, that's why it is giving us an error. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to access the old database. Okay, so I hope you got the error, guys. What the error we have got? I hope you understood this. So now I'm going to I'm going to start the server again. So I'm going to stop it and I'm going to start it again. So once it has been started, so I'm going to give the Sanjay and 1, 2, 3. And yeah, so this is what the description. So while talking about this description, so that's what we guys have given. So what is the thing is, whenever you are talking about this to do, we are going to access the user, because here I'm going to add the task like, okay, want to go to shopping or something. Okay, go to shopping. So I'm going to add this task. So whenever I'm adding this task, like go to shopping, this is the description of my to-do list. So that description and the completed status, initially it is going to be false because we have given us default as a false. And then that is going to take the user's ID, because this go to shopping, this task, which is even it is going to have a unique ID for it, but it should be mapped with the who is the user of that task. So that is also been matched. So totally there are 3 very important parameters: description, completed status, and owner. So everything which is going to be there, and it is needed to be added into the model to do schema. And module dot exports is equals to do. So that is gonna be present in this to do schema. Are you clear? So that is what the thing. And right now, while talking about the second models, while talking about the second models, here we have the user models. Just carefully watch. While talking about the user, it is going to define the Mongo schema and model for the users, including fields for the username and password, and includes password hashing. So I hope you all really remember this as well. So we have imported the Mongoose and bcrypt JS because we need to hash the password. So for that, we need only 2 parameters. One is username and another one is a password. So we are going to get the username as a string, which is also going to be required, and it should be unique, because the people should not give different type of, people should not give the same username. So that will lead to overlapping in our database. Like same Sanjay can't be there, same Praveen can't be there, same Champ can be there. So that's why that username need to be unique. If we are giving some repeated username, it should be giving you a warning like invalid credentials or username exists or something. So that's why username need to be unique. And then password, we have initialized the password as a string and required to be true, because both the things you need to give it. And once you are given that, while talking about the user schema, here what we are going to do is, if the password has been modified, then that password needed to be hashed whenever you are given the password. Okay, so whenever you are given the password, if the password is something you have entered there, and if you have hit enter, that password need to be hashed. So that's what we guys have did here. And also it is going to get that user schema, so it is needed to be exported as a user. So here we guys have created the 2 model. One is the database model, and another one is, one is a to-dos model, and another one is a user.js model. So database model, which has the to-do.js, which is going to be helping for maintaining the to-do list, which is going to have the parameters like description, completed status, and owner. Whereas the second model, which is a user.js model, which is going to be helpful for maintaining the username, password, and to hash that password as a middleware. So that is what the second structure. And third thing, which is about styles.js, styles.css. I hope you already know about what that style.css will do, which is going to be all responsible for designing it. Okay, because whenever you are really seeing our application, this application which is having, how the UI, everything, like, if it is a paragraph, if it is a checkbox, if it is a delete button, if it is an add button, if it is a logout link. So everything which is being designed with the help of the CSS. I hope you already explored about the CSS. That's all discussed here. So you can just go and explore it. And while talking about the next thing, authentication routes. So in this authentication routes, we have the first file called auth.js. So what it will do, it will be managing the user's registration, login, and logout routes, because there is a routes need to be there. It need to maintain the complete authentication process. and including handling user creation and session management and error responses. That is all gonna be maintained by auth.js. Just carefully watch. We guys have imported 3 libraries, Express and user also we guys have imported, because this auth.js, which is going to maintain the users, okay, login, whether the username has already been taken or whether invalid credentials, all the things which is going to be maintained by auth.js. Okay, for an example, in this application, if I'm going to do the logout, okay, in the logout, in the register here, I'm going to give Sanjay for an example. So Sanjay, I'm going to give the different password right now. Okay, so I'm going to click, look how that, tada, username already taken. This one, or if I'm giving some wrong password, so username already taken. Or in the login, if I'm giving Sanjay, but the password is something is like different, so invalid credentials. This thing which is going to be maintained by auth.js. Guys, is it amazing? So am I really explaining you very well? Okay, so that thing like maintaining the users and managing it, okay, giving the wrong password, so those things is all going to be maintained by this auth.js. In this auth.js, we guys have created one router.post of register. So whenever people are trying to register, if the user or existing user, first of all, this avoid, guys, whenever you are really seeing this avoid kind of syntaxes, it is all going to fetch the data from the database. Avoid user.find one of username. So whenever we have entered some username in the register section, so right now we are inside the register section. In this register section, if I'm giving some username like Sanjay and if I'm giving some password, whenever I'm clicking register, this username which is going to be fetched here, and you need to be checking whether it has been matching it with any database username or not. If it is matching, if it is an existing user, it will return you the message like username already taken. Is it amazing? So username already taken. If it is not, then it is going to take the username and password and it is going to check out whether that both the things is getting matched, like username and password if it is same. So then it is going to print out the message like user registered successfully. Otherwise, it is going to show you an error message. So we guys have used the try catch error effectively to find out it is going to try something. Like first of all, it is going to check out whether user has been already available. If the user is available, it is going to show you username already taken. If the user is not available, it is going to check it out the password. The password and username which is going to be bind together to create a new user into your database. So that has been done in the register section. Okay, that's what this router will do. Whereas if you are talking about the login section, so this is what the login section. In this login section, whenever people are entering the username, okay, whenever I'm giving a username, Sanjay, and when the people are giving the password, okay, username, which has also been created, and right now the password. So while talking about the password, so user.password and hash the password, which is needed to be matched. So in here, I'm going to give the wrong password whenever I'm clicking login. So whenever that is not equals, okay, whenever both the things are not equals, then it is going to print you the message like invalid credentials. If the username and password is not matching, it is going to give us the invalid credentials. Even here, you can add some more features. Like if the user is there, you can tell password is wrong. Okay, instead of generally telling invalid credentials, because even though I'm giving invalid username and some password, it will give the same error like invalid credentials. But if you want to add that feature as well, like username exists, but only password is wrong, so you can give that code into it. You can add those features into it as well. So that's what the login part of the code. So if that password is not matching with the existing username and password, it is going to show you the invalid credentials. And if it is not inside this if condition, it is going to come out of it and it is going to print you the message like login successful. Okay. So guys, are you clear? So here we haven't printed it. Even if you want to print it, if you want to put some pop-up or something, you can do it. Okay, that is what the login authentication, which authentication.js, which is going to be maintaining it. And right now we are into the logout section. So for an example, once I've logged in, Sanjay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, invalid. Okay, so once you are into this database, here we have a logout section. So whenever you are talking about the logout, you need to, it is all based on the request and response. Okay, whenever you are seeing all the routes, which is going to have the request and response. While talking about the logouts router, if whenever people are clicking a logout, it is going to destroy it. Okay, it is going to redirect them into the login page. Just carefully remember, here it need to destroy the session, correct session. So where whenever people are clicking logout, it should again navigate the people into the login page. So that is what the login router is. Guys, are you all really happy? Because this is really looking very, very easy to create this kind of end-to-end application. I hope you're really thinking easy. If you are really thinking it's super easy, you just post super easy in your live chat. Okay, so that's what auth.js is. And then while talking about the next thing, to-do routes. While talking about the to-do routes, just carefully watch. So here we have this auth.js, which has also been completed. But the next file we have is todos.js. So while talking about this todos.js, here also we are going to do a lot of functionalities. On that functionality, okay, so first of all, let us explore. So which is going to handle this CRUD operation. I hope you already remember the CRUD operation. So because we have already did that, what is meant by CRUD? CRUD is nothing but creating or reading or updating or toggling or deleting the to-dos. Because whenever you are into the to-do application, Sanjay 1, 2, 3. So whenever you are into this to-do application, here we are creating some to-do. So out of that CRUD, so C is being completed. C is nothing but create. And R is nothing but read. Because so here, whenever people are logging, they should be able to see all the database, all the to-do list which is available in the database. So Sanjay can able to see all his to-do lists like champ, CXC, text, set test, video edit, image test. These all the database you need to read from the database. That is what in the CRUD, R is nothing but read. And U is nothing but update. So here, what is meant by update is here we are not updating the existing to-do. If you wanted to do it, if you want to add that feature, you can simply add it. But here we are not updating the description of the message. Instead, we are updating the status of the to-do. So here, whenever I'm enabling it, which means that task has been completed, the completed status will be updated into true. Whenever I'm disabling it, that status will be changed into completed is equals to false. So that's what the next thing like to-do routes. CRUD means like updating the task. And finally, D is nothing but the deleting the task. Okay, I click the delete icon. So that task is going to be deleted. So that is what the CRUD operation. To do that CRUD operation, that thing which is going to be done with the help of this to-dos. Todos.js. So whenever you are really going with this todos.js, just carefully watch. First of all, we have imported the express. And here we are importing the to-do model. Just carefully watch, guys. Authentication is all based on the user. So that's why we have imported the user. But the todos.js, which is going to handle all the to-dos tasks, create, read, or delete, or update. So that's why we have imported that models. Okay, require models of to-do. And once it has been done, we are going to log into the session. Because first of all, it should check out whether the login is there or not. Because so that's what the first thing you need to do. So instead of like without logging in, right now it is okay. Right now we are working in the local host, that's okay. But whenever you are really assigned a domain and those things, we are going to learn it on the upcoming days. Whenever people are visiting a certain page where already people are seeing the to-dos, it should not make them to see other people's to-dos. So it should be display them that login required. So first of all, session user ID is required to display the results like login required. And right now, whenever you're talking about the server, so first of all, you need to check out whether the server is running. So server error, if there is not, so it is going to show the server error. Because first of all, you need to find out the user, the owner of that certain to-do list. If it can't able to find out that, it is going to show the server error. And then first of all, here we are going to explore about the logging in. So while talking about the logging in, so it should fetch the data of the description and owner and those things, because because it need to display those results in your information. So how to create a new to do? So because here, first of all, while talking about the to do, here you'll be entering the information, right? So add a new to do. So here in the add a new to do, so what is the first thing it need to fetch it up? It need to fetch it up the description. So image edit. So here this is the description. Whenever I'm clicking an add, it need to fetch the description of it, and you need to fetch whether what is the completed status. And initially completed status is going to be false. So, and also it is going to fetch the owner of that user. Okay, owner of that to do. So that is also going to be fetched. And await, what is meant by await is it is going to push that data into a database. So that is what route to create a new to-do list. So it is going to be helping you to create the new to-do list. And second thing, it need to fetch the toggle option. While talking about the toggle option, whenever you are initially it is going to be false, but whenever you are enabling it, that completed status will be updated. Because whenever in this to-do list, if you are enabling it, which means that it need to be updated in the database that a completed status is true. So that is what we are updating as. Okay, so if the to-do is not there, it is going to show you like to-do not found or something. But other than that, if the to-do dot completed, not completed, so why to-do dot save, so that is also going to be updated as a toggle option. So route to toggle the completion status of the to-do. And then here we are going to delete a to-do. So while talking about the deleting a to-do, so just carefully watch guys. Here it is going to use the get method because we need to display all the available to-dos. Okay, and here we have a post method which is going to be helpful for creating a new to-do. And here also it is a post method because we are going to update the message like the completed status as true or false. But here it is a delete option. So that's why the post method we have used is a delete method to delete the certain to-do. So first of all, you need to get out the to-do ID. So if this is the to-do, in this to-do, if I'm clicking the delete button, that specific ID which is going to be fetched, and that is going to be deleted from the database. Okay, so look out that send message deleted successfully. So that to-do which is going to be deleted, that's what the delete method we guys have used. And finally, which is going to be pushing it to the router. So guys, I hope you all really enjoying it. So that is what the todos.js, which is going to be helping us to maintain to do the CRUD operation, create and read and update and delete the certain to-do list which we guys have created. And finally, whatever the backend process which is we guys have developed, like it is going to perform a CRUD operation or pushing into the database or accessing the user or checking out whether the user has been already existed or whether the password is right or wrong. All the things which we guys have did it with the help of these programs, env, todo.js, user.js, and auth.js and todos.js. But right now, it's time to see the page. The designing the page. While talking about the designing, there are a lot of ways to do that. But I want to cover, we guys have already taught you the React.js. We guys have already taught you how to use the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript and Sass, and then less also we guys have covered you. So likewise, we guys have covered a lot of things, and also I wanted to cover another new thing in this 30 days masterclass series, which is embedded JavaScript. Guys, this is something new which you are really hearing for the first time. If you are really hearing for the first time, you just post FT in your live chat. So while talking about this one, which is like the embedded JavaScript, because while talking about the embedded JavaScript, which is also going to be really helpful for you to bring up the JavaScript, HTML into it. But other than that, it will make you to provide several information in a real time. So what is the thing is, instead of simply providing the HTML, because here this is going to provide you the very important feature called dynamic content generation. Why? What is that, Sanjay? Dynamic content generation. Because carefully watch here, whenever I'm logging in, here these content which is needed to be acquired from the database, and it should be printed dynamically. Whenever I am adding some task, that needed to be added in here as well as it need to be updated in the database, right? So whenever the dynamic content need to be displayed in your page. Because whenever you are logging in, it need to access all the data which is present in the database respective to the user, Sanjay user, and you need to display all the to-do list which is available in respective with the username of the user. So that is what it can be done with the help of this embedded JavaScript. Whatever the main reason to use it, dynamic content, because index.js, which is going to be helping for us to display the list of tasks based on the user, and template reuse or server-side logic and data binding. So likewise, we have a lot of features, a lot of benefits out there. And especially right now, I'll show you that embedded JavaScript, but carefully watch. Whenever it is having this type of syntax, okay, less than symbol, percentage, and personal symbol close, which is going to allow you to embed JavaScript code within a HTML. So that is what this syntax means. But whenever that equals, which is present here, so like less than, percentage, equals, and percentage and greater than, so tags output the value of JavaScript expression to the HTML, such as todo.id, todo.description. What does it mean? Whenever you are really using this type of syntax is equals to, it is going to check out. I mean, we are really checking a certain condition from the database. What is the ID of that certain user from the database? So to access that information, we will be using this syntax with the percentage. I mean, is equals to. Okay. So less than, percentage, equals to, percentage greater than. So this is going to be helpful for, to print the message from the database. Because just imagine, guys, if you want to print all the to-do list of a certain user, so that need to be printed by accessing the information from the database, and it should be printed here. So for that, we guys have used this embedded JavaScript. I hope you have got an idea. Just go through this document. This document is going to give you a lot of ideas. So on these aspects, first of all, while talking about the views, first of all, let us explore these two things: login and register. Okay, just carefully watch this program. The first thing, which is about login. Just carefully watch this login. It's going to be very, very simple, guys. It's not going to be new. It's going to be very simple. In here, okay. So first of all, or else let us explore the register options. Okay. So this is what register.ejs. EJS nothing but embedded JavaScript. Same HTML initialization, head initialization, because we guys have brought some icon into it. So we guys have include that icon. We have already kept that icon in my public directory. And body, in the body, we guys have given the title like Sanjay's Task Pro. So that's what the tool name which I given. You just change your name, Sanjay's Task Pro, and your hub for ultimate task management, the paragraph tag. And then we have created one div. Inside that, we have created one class as a container, because this is what the container, so register container. So inside that container, we have given some heading too. So register heading. And inside the register heading, if there is any error or something, so we guys have created one div, because whatever the message, like if that user already exists. So I'm going to give Sanjay 123, and I'm going to click register, username already taken. This message need to be printed. For that, we guys have created another div where that style color need to be red. And after that, we guys have created one form. That form contains only two fields. One is username field, another one is a password field. Okay. So for that, we guys have given that form called ID called register form is an ID. On submit is a register user, return as a false. So right now, we guys have given as an input. So input is a type is a text, and name is a username, and ID, because whenever you are getting any information, just give ID so that only you can able to access the certain data. So register username, and placeholder is a username. So username, which is not printed. So that's what the username, and it is also been required. And after that, we are going to get the password. So password type is a password, and name is a password, and ID is a registered password, and placeholder is a password and required. So that's also going to be getting. And after that, we are going to close the form tag. Once the form, both the field which is got uptime, then we are going to initialize the paragraph tag to, we guys have missed something. Yes, button tag. So while talking about the button tag, so type is equals to submit, register button, we guys have created one register button. And right now, we guys have created another paragraph tag, already have an account. So if I already have an account, so it is going to print out the login. So whenever people are clicking login, it should navigate the people into the login page. So that's what we guys have did in the paragraph tag. But these are all okay. So HTML parts has been completed. Now we are going to add some more features inside the JavaScript, because that's why it has been called as embedded JavaScript. So async function of registered user. First of all, we are going to get the username, and then we are going to get the username password, and also register error if it is there. So first of all, we are going to try it and we are going to push it to it. So from this alone, that other rest of the code, which is going to get the respective data, and it is going to get the, for an example, we are talking about Adra.js, it is going to get that username and password from this register.ejs. Guys, is it clear? Okay. So constant response is equals to avoid fetch of register. So it is going to use the register method, and post content type application.json. These are the things we guys have already explored in the postman method. So that's the same thing. And body is equals to body is JSON stringify username and password. So whenever people are entering their username and password information, it is going to be pushed to that certain authentication process. If the response is okay, if the response is not okay, it is going to print the message. It is going to throw an error in the error text, because as I've already told you, if that username already exists, so it is going to throw that username already taken. If it is not, it is going to show you a window.location.href is equals to login. Because once the people are creating a new account, like new account, for an example, let me give Hamzat or something. Okay, I'm going to give the username like this. I'm sorry, let me give the password properly. Okay, 5. And whenever people are clicking register, once that authentication is clear, if that user does not exist, if it is a new user and password is also okay, if everything is okay, then it is going to navigate the people into a login page, so that it is going to ask them to log in. Okay, if there is any error, it will be showing you an error, and we guys have closed the JavaScript script code. And other than that, HTML and body, everything is being closed. This is what the register.ejs is all about. But whereas if you are talking about login.ejs, okay, now we are in the login.ejs. In the login.ejs, whenever you are typing something like this, okay, so this is what the login.ejs. In the login.ejs, again, the doc type, HTML, head tags, everything got imported. And again, Sanjay's Task Pro and paragraph tag, your hub for ultimate task management, and everything got included. And in the dev, again, we have created the dev login as a heading 2. And then we guys have again created the section for printing out the errors like invalid credentials. And also we guys have created the form. So this same HTML is going to be same. Okay, only that login and register, that is going to be different. But other than that, the script is going to play a role. In the script, again, it is going to push the login username and login password into that certain authentication process. If that login password and username which it got matched, it is going to make them to navigate to the next page, okay, where there whenever the password is right, it is going to navigate the people localhost 3000, which is a to-do app. Even if you really want to host it in another URL, you can just do it. So that's what that page is just going to navigate the people. So that's why the window.location.href is equals to /. So I hope you all remember what is meant by that is equals to /. So href / is nothing but it is going to print all the to-do which is respective to the certain user. Okay, all the description of the to-do of the certain user. So that all the description which is all gonna be displayed. So whenever the people are logging in, so get method, it is not a post method, it is a get method where all the message need to be displayed. So that's why localhost is 3000, that has been present here. But if there is any error in authentication process, if the user is not right or if the password is not right, it is going to show the invalid or authentication failed or that kind of error. So that's what it has been did in the login.js. But the very high crucial or high or more role or more type of code which is going to be present inside this index.js. Because while talking about the index.ejs, which is responsible for all these to-do tasks. When user are entering their information, it getting appended in here, or whenever clicking this changing this icon and putting up this underline, striking out or delete icons, all this functionality, how it need to be displayed in here. So that is all going to be handled by this index.ejs. So while talking about the index.ejs, this rest of the parts are going to be same. But here we guys have created again the container. In the container, we guys have given the title like to-do app. And inside that, we have created another div like to-dos container, which is going to show all the to-do list of the certain people who have logged in. So now, first of all, it is going to check it out whether to-do is available or not. If the to-do is not available, it is going to print out. So guys, just carefully watch this codes. If is there, and for this if, this else is here. Okay, in this demo, if I want to show you, let me show you this. I'm going to create a new user, register. New user is, okay, so let me call it like Manoj or something. Okay, in the password, I'm going to give 123456 and click register. And it just navigated it to my login page. So Manoj and password is 123456. And whenever I log in, if there is no to-do, that's what we are doing this comparison in this if condition. If the to-do is not in if the to-do is not greater than 0, so something like that, okay, we are really checking out whether the to-do is available. If the to-do is not available, it is going to print no to-dos found in the paragraph tag. That's what it is showing you, no to-dos were found. But if there is a to-do, okay, if there is a to-do, okay, let me logging into Champ. Okay, Champ is also not having any to-do. Okay, anyhow, let me create a new to-do. So image, video or something. Okay, so whatever the to-do which has been already logged into the certain user, so it is going to print those to-dos. Okay, so to-dos.for each and every one by one to-do, it is going to print that. So while printing, first of all, before that each and every to-do, it should print out one checkbox. So that is what the checkbox which is going to be printed. And also this checkbox, which is also going to be giving the feedback on change. Whenever you are clicking that, it is going to be, whenever you have checked, that is going to be giving you true. If you are not checked, it is going to give the false. That kind of checking option is also going to be enabled. And after that, completed. So that is what the to-do description. So after that, a checkbox, it need to be printing out the video or image, whatever the to-do which has been available in the database. So based on that, it need to be displayed. If that to-do which has been already completed, it should show the cross symbol. Because let me show you Sanjay. And I'm going to log in 1, 2, 3. Just see here, these are all the tasks has been already completed. If the task has been already completed, it need to be enabled like this. And it should show the strikeout. So that is what we guys have did in the first line. And second line, we guys have shown the description. So test, champ, CXC, or image, or video. So that is all going to be shown. And then it is going to be displayed the delete icon. So here we guys have used that fast FA trash delete icon. So that is what the delete icon. So that color, everything we guys have configured in the CSS. But other than that, this is what this div is all about. This div is responsible to display all the task. First of all, it is going to display the checkbox and the description of the task, and then delete icon for the task. So that is all being created inside this div. And after that, we guys have created another another form. That form, which is going to have this text box where it is going to ask the people to enter their to-do list description. So that's what this form is all about. In this form, we guys have fetched the data. Okay, if you are typing video creation, so that data which is going to be fetched it. Okay, text is like a name and description, and placeholder is a add new to do. So that's what it is going to be printed. And to do description, that's what the ID, and button is submit button. So submit button, which is going to be there. So while talking about the submit button, it is going to be printed like add. So whenever people are typing something, whenever people are clicking add, that is going to be posted or that is going to be displayed in this database. So that is what the thing we have did. And also we guys have used to have the logout button. Whenever people are clicking a logout button, we have already written the code where the people will be navigating the people into the login page again. So that has also been added as a logout. And after that, while talking about the script, this is where the very important role. While talking about this role, while talking about the toggle to do, while talking about toggle to do, when people are enabling it, or checking it or something, if the task is there, so it is gonna be enabled, and that need to be appended into your database as well. And also how it should be displayed, because first of all you need to select the respective certain to do, and what you need to do is, once if you are enabling it, which means that it is got completed, and we are going to update that by changing the color and striking out with the help of the CSS. So to do span, so here if that to do has been completed, we are going to add as like a class list as completed. If it is not completed, we are going to remove it. So to do span class list dot remove as completed. So remove as completed means it will be turning as a false. If it is adding as completed means it is going to be turning as a true. So that is what we will be doing here. Okay, and also console.log is also there. If you really want to see the output, guys, please go and do the inspect and just open as a console bar and just carefully watch whenever I'm toggling it. Look at that. So toggling to do and ID to be true, and to do toggled successfully. And whenever I'm enabling it, so again it has been changed as a false. To do toggled successfully. So that's what console.log, which you have printed. If you want to see that thing in the console, you guys just go and open the developer mode and see the console. But other than that, if there is any error in toggling, so it will be showing you a failure to toggle error. But other than that, here add to do option is there, because right now we guys have explored how to toggle this, like changing the completed state as a true or false. But there is a second option where is a box where you can able to add the task. So here, first thing, it is going to get the description. So we are going to access it with the help of the DOM. And on that, it is going to try something. If the response is okay, then that thing which is going to be added into the database, await response.json, and add a new to do as added to do. So that's what we guys have given here. And constant no to do message. Okay, document.element no to dos. Guys, here, very important thing. As I've already told you, whenever user are really logging in for the first time, okay, first time, what the name I've given, I literally forget. Okay, Hamzat or I don't know what is. Okay, anyhow, so whenever you are logging in as a new user, okay, whenever you are, okay, I think Gautam, I think so. Gautam or Manoj. Okay, so whenever you are really seeing it, here, if you are a new user, it is printing the message like no to-dos found. But whenever the task has been added, we need to delete that message, no to-dos message. Carefully watch. Here it is printing no to-dos found. Here I'm going to add one task, image edit, enter, tada, that no to-dos text is being deleted. So that's what we guys have did. That no to-do message which is going to be getting deleted. And other than that, here we are going to process that information. Like whenever any to-do is getting added, we are going to assign an ID. We are going to add it as like a div, and we are going to keep on adding those as like a list. Okay. So whenever you are really uncommitting it, so you can able to see those. I think we haven't written it, but I'll be adding it. While talking about these things, which is going to, first of all, it is going to access the container. And then we are going to create a new element called div, because whenever new task is getting added, it is going to be keep on creating it. It is going to keep on appending it. So video or something like this. So something, okay, whatever the task which you are adding, it need to be keep on creating as an individual div. Even if you really want to explore this, go and inspect it. Okay, once you have inspected it, just expand this body. You can see. Okay, first let me explore the task. Okay, so inside this to-dos container, just carefully watch each and every task which has been created as a new div. So that's what which has been did here. It is going to be creating a new div, and whatever the task which has been added, it is going to be added into it, creating a new label, a new element called label, and it is going to create a new element called input, and it's going to create a new checkbox. It is going to make it as a default, as a disabled initially, a new to checkbox, new to do span, new to do label. So everything which is going to append as like a child. And also it is going to have a delete icon. Whenever you are clicking a delete icon, it is going to delete the certain specific to do from that view. Guys, previously we have all seen on the back end, but right now we are exploring in the front end. Even though you are deleting that in the backend, how it should be deleted in the front end. So if I'm deleting it, so that certain specific div ID that is needed to be deleted. That's what we guys have done. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear? So that is what the thing. Okay, we used to create that task and we are going to delete that task. So if there is any error on deleting or adding it, so it is going to print you the message. And after that, while talking about the really to do, if there is any, we guys have used the try statement. If you guys have deleted that certain to do successfully, it is going to print you the message like to do deleted successfully. If you really wanted to, because whenever you are really writing the code, you need to write the code based on error logs, because error logs will give you the detailed insight. What is the error, why it can't able to delete it, why it can't able to add it. So that all the things which is going to be shown in the delete to do, I mean the try and then catch error. So that is all been added inside the script. So go through your code, go and copy this code even in the chat GPT and try to understand what this line is doing, So try to explore it, okay, because this is going to be the challenge for you. Because here you can add other more features, like you can add time, date, and etc. Like you can consider default time, you can consider default date, or you can consider the current date or anything. Okay, you just consider it and try to add more features and build up as a complete project. And right now, whenever you are really wanted to see the complete project once again, I would like to show you this. And I hope you really love this, guys. This is actually a full stack developer. I think our server has got disconnected. Okay, so I'm going to start it right now. And Mongo is also been connected. So whenever people are navigating this page, let me click a logout. This is the first page. And here, whenever people are entering some new user, so new user is like Shan, and I'm going to give the password like 12356, and it is showing the invalid credentials. I'm going for register here, and I'm going to give the message like Shan and 123456, and clicking register. So it is going to be added into my database. And if you want to check it out, go to the database, or else what we can do is we can create a new database right now, guys. Okay, what I'm going to do is to create a new database. I think we have deleted. Okay, so this is the NB. So I'm going to create the new database. So the new database is demo to do app. Okay, this is the new database. I'm going to stop the server. I'm going to start it again. So once it has been started, so I'm going to be in the login. Okay, so right now at the same time, let me open the let me go here and me click reload data. So once you have reload the data, you can see demo to do app. That's what the thing, right? Demo to do app. Yes. So it's a new database. It is having nothing, 0 document, 0, 0, 0. Everything is going to be 0. Okay. Right now, what we are going to do is I'm going to do the login. So I'm going to give the name like Shan, and I'm going to give some password. I'm clicking login. So it is showing the invalid credentials. Okay. It is wrong. So that's why what I'm going to do is I'm going to click register here, and I'm going to add one user, Shan, and the password is 123456, and click register. Once I click the register, so now I'm going to open my database and check it out. These are all going to be at the backend. In the backend, if you are going into this users category, and look how that Shan has been entered and the password has also been hashed. It's not going to be displayed as like a raw password. Okay, so that's also been done. And then right now we are going to log in. So I'm going to put Shan and the password is 123456. I'm going to click login. So once you have logged in, you can see no to-dos were found. So there is not going to be any to-do. But right now, whenever I'm going to add, like go for shopping. So whenever I'm clicking add, this no to-dos found that text needed to be deleted. Ta-da! So that no to-dos is not found has been deleted. So now go for shopping I've added. Okay, so right now go to the database. In the backend, if you want to see, guys, these are all optional, but definitely you need to check it out. So whenever I'm going for the to-dos, go for shopping has been added. Completed is false right now. Okay, right now I'm going to add some more things. Image creation, YouTube, video editing, and what is it? Like YouTube upload, something like that. I'm going to add a lot of tasks here. So whenever I'm adding the task, if you are refreshing it, you can see all the tasks getting added, appended into your database, all the data which has not been saved in the local database. Instead, it is all saved in the database. That's where MongoDB is playing its role. And whenever I completed image creation, so I'm going to enable this option. I'm going to check it. And you can see all the completed status were false. But whenever you are really refreshing this page, image creation completed status will be changed into true. But other than that, if I'm going to logging out, if I'm going to create a new user, okay, so I'm going to create a new user, Sanjay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Even if you want to add that condition, like you need to have special symbols and characters, sometimes most of the time people will be using, right? So that condition also you can enter here. I'm going to register that user. So I'm going to give the name Sanjay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to click login. So no dodos, of course, found. So here, image creation. I'm going to add that task. And if you are really refreshing this task, look how that, go for shopping, image creation, video editing, YouTube upload, and this image creation is also there. So even though both image creation is same, the description is same, but this is going to be maintained individually. This is false, whereas this is true. Okay, again, if you really want to add video editing, so that's also going to be different. If I'm enabling it, so let me refresh it. Let me see the video editing completed status has been turned into true. Now I'm going to click the logout and I'm going to log in as a Shan, as a user. Ta-da! You can see existing modification we have did, like image creation modification, is just same as like it is. Okay, it is not going to be changed. It is the complete end-to-end tool which we guys have created. Guys, isn't it amazing? If you are really thinking this to-do application were amazing, you just post super amazing Sanjay Nela chat. We guys have used the embedded JavaScript, and we guys have used the JavaScript, and then we guys have used the CSS, and also we guys have used the MongoDB for the database. And if you really enjoyed the session, you just post enjoyed Sanjay Nela chat. Definitely, I'll be scheduling a task for you. So please go and complete the task. Guys, if you are not doing it, there is no use of attending this 16-day of sessions. Okay, so always remember, knowing and not doing is equal to not knowing. So whatever the task which I've scheduled here, so go and complete the task. So, and other than that, I hope you really enjoyed this tool. Go and explore this source code. Go and explore how we have did. Try to modify the code and observe what the change is happening in the end of the application. So go and check it out. And I hope you really loved this session. I hope you really enjoyed. So thank you so much for being here into this level of 16 today. I felt really, really happy about your interaction, and I felt really, really happy about your enthusiasm towards learning. And some people are completing the task. Thank you so much. And that's amazing that you are really completing the task. Go and complete the task. So thank you so much. Thank you so much once again. It's me, Sanjay, signing off. Until then, bye. We'll see you on the next session.